Hi, I'm Candice Lapin and I'm the founder of the Ladder Method, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what our favorite items are for back to school season. It is about to start. We have a couple of different families that are even starting as soon as this coming Tuesday. So I always like to send something out to our parents, and obviously now we're including our Instagram followers and Facebook followers and our friends on YouTube. I want to kind of quickly go over different supplies that I like, and I'm going to kind of shift it in a few moments to talk about what you can do for a younger child that's in maybe 4th or 5th or 6th grade to help them get organized. So really this is targeted to a middle school parent, but all kids really need a 3-ring binder. One of the things that we have found when we go into people's houses is that they don't have this. And so often a parent might call us and say, my child has organization issues. And when we get there, what we discover is that the child is, ostensibly putting everything into one folder, and they don't really have the right materials. So it's really essential. I like this one. We got this at Staples. If you've been paying attention to our Instagram feed, we went into Staples and bought this just a few days ago. But I really like it. It's got a little bit of personality, which is always kind of nice. No one says that just because you're organized, you have to be boring. So that's really cool. And then I always really think it's important for kids to have loose leaf paper. So many parents, I think we forget because the kids are on their computers and they're on digital devices. And so I really think it's so important for them to have some paper that they can actually write on. And we find that they can get even a little bit more creative when they do their brainstorming or working through worksheets on scratch paper. So I think that's really essential. And then the other thing that cannot go unstated is, unlike other people, I really think it's important to kind of stick with certain things old school. So I really like, especially if you have a child that gets easily distracted in the classroom, or you're getting any reports that your child's easily distracted in the classroom, I think it's really important to get them off of their device and get them writing longhand on something like this. This is like a single subject. It's not even heavy. They can't even tell you, oh mom, it's too heavy in my backpack. Like, this isn't heavy. It's very loose, but it's essential. And I think they need to have one of these for every single class. There's certainly those bigger ones that have they're divided into 4 or 5 subjects, but you end up running out of paper, so that's not always the best solution. Planners are always really important. We have a planner that we're going to be coming out with and we'll be sending to our families for the fall, but this is really amazing, and I think it's so important for kids to write down, everything and to see it sort of scheduled for them. We'll be coming out with a video teaching you guys how to help your kids really learn how to schedule properly and plan for their time. I actually, when we're working with kids that have trouble turning in homework, one of the things we do is we give them a separate folder. This one's kind of funky, obviously skewed a little bit. It might be younger, but I really like it. And if they have trouble turning in homework, what's really nice and what some of our tutors do is they'll help the child put the homework into a separate folder. That way the child knows, or the student knows, that if the folder's in their backpack or in their bag, there's something that they have to turn in. This is actually something that I recommended last year, and I still recommend it, and this is a flashcard holder. I really like flashcards. I still think flashcards are good. We really find that it's amazing. Obviously, there's some kids that really love Quizlet, but you're not going to get the same kinesthetic value if your child's using Quizlet, and we find the results are better if we have them write their flashcards longhand. So that's really great. And then, obviously I don't have it shot in this video, but we had it last year. You're going to want to buy dividers. You're obviously going to want to buy pens and pencils. One of the things I think, if you have a child that's much younger, sometimes 3-ring binders aren't the best solution because they're cumbersome or they have difficulty pulling apart the 3 rings. So one of the things that I recommend is something like an accordion file. It's just not a great transition into into middle school and into upper school, because this is just never going to fit everything. But if you have a younger child that's losing papers or forgetting to bring home papers, what I really like about accordion folders is that they can just throw that in there. And if you at home are trying to keep them organized, I think, a lot of them come either 5-pocket or 7-pocket, like plenty of room to put everything per subject. And it's nice because, a lot of times they turn in their worksheets and then they don't necessarily get them back. But this is a great way, and you can even put, their math workbook or their reading workbook. And so I really like it because it allows them to have everything handy and not be afraid of losing it. So if you have questions or you like what we're talking about on YouTube or on our Instagram, please feel free to direct message us, email us at getanswers@theladdermethod.com. You can always, comment in our feeds or in our stories. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we certainly welcome suggestions. Thank you. Bye.